Americans are always asking for slide outs in vans when they see the vans that I film here in Europe, and let's have a look at some slide outs in this van. Obviously it's an example of what can be done. It's from Lippert Components, an American company which is now producing, I think they're producing here in Europe, but they're trying to sell here in Europe. There have been European vans such as the Adria, the small 6-meter one with a slider in. That's actually the European manufacturer did that, a company from Holland. And having said that, we can see more and more slide outs in some vehicles. This of course is done as an example. It's a bit of an extreme example. There's even a slide out for the dog. So let's have a walk around and then we'll have a look inside. Smart room, more space, less weight. So you can see how the slide outs could work. Of course the question is, as far as the builders are concerned, is how much is it all going to cost? I can't give you an example of that. This is just, it's not even a prototype, it's to show how it can be done, so don't ask me the cost. Right, so let's have a look inside and you can see what a fantastic amount of space this has created. Of course this is helped by some of the little, I don't know, tricks, is that the word? The little things they've done inside, such as this enormous panoramic roof. And so the light coming in make it even bigger, and normally if we were outside it would be even more. Of course we're in a hall here, so it's different, but you can see the amount of space that this has created is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, this is the typical thing you see in American slide outs in my opinion. It's a couch, bit of space for the couch, and in many vehicles that I've seen pictures of anyway, maybe I haven't been in them myself, but in the US, also I can think of one or two I've seen here as well, where they put a couch in but it doesn't seem to do anything. It seems like a couch there just to sort of fill the slide out on. And here, in my opinion, it isn't working that way. It's working to create a bit of a lounge. Maybe it can also make a bed out of the couch, for example. Now here we have the use of a slide out for a bathroom, or a wet room I should say. Also use it for making toilet, as here. And I showed a Sprinter which I filmed at Birmingham in 2016. It's the same company which has done it, and this van here, and that Sprinter worked really well. Now when the slide outs were in, there wasn't a lot of room inside, but you know, it's a Sprinter. It's only 199 centimeters across, so a slide out would work there particularly well. Okay, there's one of the doors in. Okay, and at the back of course this big bed with a slide out too. There we have, on the left we have the fridge. You got your telly up there. Okay, maybe the television's not in a particularly good way of putting it. I suppose if you slid the telly around, you can watch it in bed. Now these are ideas, but if anybody actually like a van like this, I'd be curious to hear from you. Now I mean, prices for slide outs, it depends on various things, and I think that Lippert are largely looking for ideas how they can actually use this and incorporate this. And I think what they're trying to do is also to show the public what it could look like, so they could then put pressure on the big manufacturers, Trigano, Heimer, etc., to say, well, we want a slide out, we want more space in the van itself. And of course the big fear is this, is what if it slides out but it doesn't slide back again? And as it happens, I'll see if I can get someone to give me a demonstration on what to do. I mean, I've had it explained to me a couple of times in theory. So where you have to remove a bolt and then you can sort of push it back in, and then once you push it back in you can lock it in place, or you'd wind it back in using a crank. That's, as I understand, haven't done it myself, I'll ask them if they'll show me how to do it. So that's always the sort of thing you've got in your mind. But having said that, you know, electric windows, I think a few years ago, electric windows used to fail quite often. I haven't had an electric window fail on me in about 12 or 13 years. Or a sunroof had failed on me once. I was driving in the UK and I couldn't get the roof back in again. Anyway, I was in a Mercedes. Right, so there you have a little walk around this this van. And right, don't you think? Do you like slide outs? I mean, if you're in the US, you're going to say yes. If you're in Europe, well, let's see. But you know, you can't be denied there's a huge amount of space in here. And unfortunately, though, we don't know what the cost it comes in at. And if we knew the answer to that question, we could give a better appreciation. Is it possible, or isn't it? Right, so we'll go out now. This is at Dusseldorf Caravan Salon, and so people are coming in and out. We'll walk on the front. This is a Renault. Hola, hola. Pueden entrar. People from Spain, a Spanish magazine. And